Shalom, brothers and sisters. Grace, mercy, and peace be unto you from Yahuwah. He's our Father. And Yahusha, He is the Mashayah, the one that carries the burden of Yah, His voice, our High Priest, soon coming King. Hear, O Yesharel, Yahuwah, who is our Mighty One. He is one. There is no other Mighty One, brothers and sisters, than Yahuwah. And Yahusha is His voice. This is Brother Daoud returning to you with the indictment. For thy violence against thy brother Yacub. This is part 12. What shall be the end result? Shame shall cover you, Ashau, and you shall be cut off forever. The fourth beast, different from all the rest. Now, anyone with just a minute amount of knowledge can confirm now that our book has been colonized, taken over by another people. These other people tried to make the book their own. So when they saw the revelation that came to Yahunatan, they decided that it was a Greek numeral. Instead, we find out now, in the last days, when knowledge is greatly increased and everything that was hidden must be revealed, that it was a name. See on the green flag? Not a number. And look, the mark. 2 crossed swords in the palm tree. Not a number. It pertains to a country, to a people, to the ancestors of the children of Abraham. Let's begin. Daniel, chapter 7, verses 1 to 4. 1. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream, and visions upon his head, upon his bed. I understand now what this is all about. Maybe there's some of you who understand also. Once you have these visions, this is what you must do. Then he wrote the dream. Have you done that? Have you documented it? Do you see all of the videos that I make? I have documented my dreams and visions and told the sum of the matters. I've explained it to you. 2. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the 4 winds of the heavens strove upon the great sea. 3. And 4 great beasts came up from the sea, different one from another. 4. The first was like a lion. Look, here's the language again. The same as Revelation 13, but it's going to give us more detail. Watch. And had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made to stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. What nation would you say this is? Babylon, the kingdom of Babylon. 5. And behold another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it between the teeth of it, and they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh. Who would you say this is? Persia. Who were the 3 ribs? They were 3 empires: Lydia, Media, and the Neo-Babylonian Empire. 6. After this I beheld, and lo, another. This is number 3. This one was like a leopard. It had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to the 4 heads. Who would you say this is? Alexander the Great. Who are the 4 heads? Ptolemy, Cassander, Seleucus, and Antigones. 7. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, strong exceedingly. It had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was different from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. Brother Dawood? Isn't the 4th beast Rome? I mean, according to history, after the Greeks came the Romans, who trampled down the promised land. You're right that Rome came in after the Greeks, but you're wrong if you say that they are the 4th beast. Note, after the Romans came the Ottomans, the Ottoman Empire. After the Ottoman Empire came the British Empire. Am I right? Yes. All of them conquered the Promised Land. So, according to that thinking, is there 6 beast nations? They're not listed in any place in the book. Revelation says 4. Daniel says 4. So how do you account for Rome, the Ottomans, and the British? When we go back to verse 6, it tells you that the 3rd beast, the one that had the spots, the one that looked like a leopard, it had 4 wings of a fowl, 4 wings of a bird. 4 wings. Let's count and see if we can deduce and figure this out on our own without the academics of the Gentiles. Greece, 1 wing. Rome, 2 wings. The Ottomans, 3 wings. And last, but not least, the British Empire, 4 wings. 4 wings of a fowl. Brother Dawood, the United States is not listed in that list. The United States never conquered the Promised Land. But they are the daughter of Britain, Rome, and Greece. It has all of the attributes of those that came before it. Do you see what the Father did? He bundled all of the others, those who come from the north, the Guyam. He bundled them up all under Alexander the Great. 8. I considered the horns. And behold, there came up among them another little horn. Horn speaks of power. Horn speaks of a crown. Horn speaks of kings, before whom there were 3 of the first horns that came before him, plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. We will investigate the 3 horns that were plucked up by the roots. 9. And I beheld, till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. 10. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were open. 11. And I beheld then, because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake. So he paid attention to this vision. He saw who was seated upon the throne. Then he came back to the part where this little horn was speaking. I beheld even till the beast, the little horn, was slain, and his body destroyed and given to the burning flame. 12. And concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and a time. If you ask me how long is a season and a time, I would tell you this. Satan was thrown in the bottomless pit at the same time that the beast was slain and thrown into the burning flame. He would be in the bottomless pit for 1,000 years. And after that, he would be released for a little while to deceive the nations once more, to come into the promised land to destroy the children of Yasharal. So I would say the time is 1 year times 2 years. So it says a season and a time, 1,001 years. 13. Then I saw in the night visions. He's having visions, day and night. I know what he's going through here. It has not changed in thousands of years. It still works the same today. For all of you who have these visions, day and night, you understand. Behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven. He came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. 14. And there was given him dominion. Who's him? The Lamb. The Messiah. Yahusha. And glory. And a kingdom. Pay attention. That all people, that all nations, that all languages that are on the entire earth should serve him. This is his ordination. In the heavens, he has been given dominion, glory, and a kingdom. By who? He who is seated upon the throne, the master of the universe, the creator of all things, the actual owner, Yahuwah. He is valid. His dominion is an everlasting dominion. It shall not pass away. And his kingdom, that which shall not be destroyed. Hello, Yahuwah. You have done great things. 15. I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit in the midst of my body. And the visions of my head, they troubled me. 16. I came near unto one of them that stood by, and asked him the truth of all of this. Note, when you have these dreams, and you have these visions, do you ask the Alayam for the interpretation? So he told me and made me know the interpretation of the things that he showed me. 17. These great beasts which are four kings. Each beast nation has a king over them, which shall rise out of the earth, not out of the sea. The kings rise out of the earth. The great beasts, the nations, rise out of the sea. 18. But when that fourth beast shows up, the saints, let's get rid of that. Here's the true word that the colonizers don't want you to see. Kedushayim of the Most High shall take the kingdom. Brother Dawood, who are the Kedushayim? They are the assembly of Yahuwah. They are the ones who have been set apart for this great work. They are the called out ones, those who were called out of darkness into his marvelous light. They are the ones who Yah stretched forth his hand to deliver from the land of Egypt. And they, the Kedushayim, shall possess the kingdom forever, even indeed forever and ever. 19. Then I, Daniel, I wanted to know the truth of this fourth beast. It was different from all the others. It was exceedingly dreadful. Its teeth, they were made of iron, and its nails of brass. It devoured, brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with its feet. Daniel was witnessing a mechanized army made of metals. 20. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other, which came up, the little horn, before whom 3 fell, indeed, of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. 21. And I beheld, and the same horn, the little horn, the one that was more stout than his fellows, the one that spoke very great things, the one that had eyes, before whom 3 fell, who had 10 horns in his head. This same horn made war with the Kedushayim and prevailed against them. Note, where did the little horn come from? His soul and his spirit ascended from the bottomless pit. It is the soul and spirit of a Shaul. What was a Shaul's purpose? To remove the yoke from off his neck. He came to fight against the children of Yasharel. Here he says that he is making war against the Houthi rebels funded by Iran. But no, there is a spiritual purpose behind this. His true purpose is to destroy, to wear out, to starve out the children of the Most High. This same horn made war with the Kedushayim and was prevailing against them, 22, until the Ancient of Days came. Who did he who is seated upon the throne send as his emissary? Yahusha, the one he ordained, the one whom he gave dominion and a kingdom, that all people, all nations, all tongues should serve him. And judgment was given to the Kedushayim of the Most High. And the time came that the Kedushayim possessed the kingdom. Brothers and sisters, if you are awake, we are here right now. Do not let the oil go out in your lamps. 23. Thus he said. Who said? The Eliam, the one that was speaking to Daniel, the fourth beast. It shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth. You see, he's giving Daniel the answer. When you have these dreams, you have these visions, do you ask the Alayam for the interpretation? Which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, different, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down, and break it in pieces. 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings. They shall arise, and another shall arise after them, the little horn. And he shall be different from the first. From the first what? From the first king? And he shall subdue 3 kings. 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, the Adhan, the Shahada, and shall wear out the Kedushayim of the Most High. And he shall think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time, 1 year, and times, 2 years. 1 + 2 = 3, and the dividing of time, a half a year, 3.5 years. Now the angels have given you the answers. Now I will give you the visual aid. He shall subdue 3 kings. Look on top. There's the first king, Saud. Everyone extends from him. Look at the line of succession. Crown Prince Nayef. He died in 2012. He never made it to the throne. Who came after him? King Abdullah. He died in 2015. Then we have the next king, King Salman. Note, Abdullah is the sixth. 5 are fallen. 1 is the sixth king. The other is not yet come, but when he comes, he must continue a short space. King Abdullah died in 2015. King Salman came. He is the seventh. Who is in the line of succession after King Salman? Crown Prince Mukran. He was removed. Who's next? Deputy Crown Prince Muhammad, the son of Crown Prince Nayef. He was removed. Prince Mutab, the son of King Abdullah. He was removed. Who took their place? Muhammad bin Salman, the de facto leader of Saudi Arabia. He is the eighth. He is of the seventh. He subdued 3 kings, more stout than his fellows. He's carrying a breadbasket. Was Tanya L. watching the news? Or did it come like a movie? He saw all of these things clearly. He will wear out the Kedusha Yam. They're in Yamanaya. All you see in the forefront are the ones whose seed are spoiled. You never see these people. Do you know why? They're called the marginal people. They're the lowest of the low. They have a caste system there. You're not to mix with them. They're only good for one thing: to be your slaves or your servants. What did Yah say? He chose the low things of this world to confound the wise. Brother Daoud, what are they doing? They're preparing their meal. Just leaves from the tree. Look at the family. Everyone is gathered around, waiting to eat this meal. Leaves. Let me show you the main course. The garbage dump. They just brought a fresh load of garbage. They're looking for little trinkets that maybe they can take and put together and go out and sell. But mainly what they're looking for is a meal. Can you imagine the stench? Yet they press forward. They're in a life and death situation. The largest humanitarian crisis in the world. Over 50,000 children have died. But these little ones have survived. Look at those eyes, brothers and sisters. Look at those eyes. That is us. What is this? This is how they live. Brother Daoud, that looks like a tent, a hut, a booth, a sukkah. It is. We commemorate the journey in the wilderness every year at the Feast of Tabernacles. And we put up our booths and we dwelled in them for that short 8-day period. But they live like this year round. You didn't know that these people existed there, right? Because the only ones that they show you are the ones whose seed are spoiled. How did the Father protect them from this? He gave them a caste. They are the lowest of the low. The same thing he did for us in America, made us the lowest of the low. They did not want to mix with us or marry us because the others would look down upon them. This is how the Father has protected our seed. 10-nation coalition and 10 kings. The Saudi-led coalition against Yemeni rebels. Look in a circle. Nations with confirmed military participation and in beige with potential participation. What is the common factor? They have all pledged their allegiance to Mohammed bin Salman. Let's see who they are. Morocco, Egypt, Jordan, Kuwait, Bahrain, 5. Qatar, Pakistan, UAE. Come down to the bottom, Saudi Arabia, Sudan. 10. Brother Dawood, I see on the left it says United States, but it's a circle there. Yes, because they're there giving logistical and intelligence support. Brother Dawood, you said intelligence support? Yes. What does that mean? They're giving them information on everything that is happening. They've sat there and watched the largest humanitarian crisis in the world unfold, and they did nothing. How do they justify this? They say that they're fighting terrorism. Are they still giving logistical and intelligence support? Not openly. They said that they've moved away from this. But Joe Biden is bringing it back to Mohammed bin Salman because he needs oil. He shall speak great words against the Most High. Who knew that this flag targets he who is seated upon the throne, the creator of all things? This flag is the Shahada. It speaks against the Most High himself. This flag says that the Most High does not exist. Only their mighty one, who is the dragon, exists. And when you come to Mecca to pray, you have to participate in the blasphemies against he who is seated upon the throne. Let me speak to my Islamic brothers today. Come out from amongst them, lest you partake of their plagues. He shall change times. The Islamic calendar. For example, Saudi Arabia adopted the Gregorian calendar for the purpose of paying public sector staff effective the 1st of October 2016. Who was ruling at this time? Mohammed bin Salman. Private sector employers have already adopted the Gregorian calendar for pay purposes. Is this relevant? Of course it's relevant. The Islamic calendar is a lunar calendar, brothers and sisters. For them to adopt the Gregorian calendar is a major change. He shall change laws. This is just one of them. Let's drive, the young ladies say. Oh, Mohammed bin Salman, he is the Mahdi. He has given us the right to drive. He has given us our freedom. 26. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion. Who's they? The Kedushayam, to consume and to destroy it until the end. 27. And the kingdom, and the dominion, and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the Kedushayam of the Most High, not to the Europeans, not to the Africans, not to the Asians, definitely not to the Jews, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. Who is him? Yahusha, the Mashayah, the one who is now carrying the burden of Yah. He was a prophet. Right now he's in the heavens as our priest. When he returns in the clouds with power and great glory, he shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever and ever, and we shall all serve under him. Halal Yahuwah. Praise, glory, wisdom, thanks be unto he who is seated upon the throne and unto the Lamb. May you be blessed forever. 28. Hitherto is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my dreams, my visions, they trouble me, and my countenance changed in me. But I kept the matter in my heart. I understand, Daniel. You don't want to tell people. You're afraid they're going to say you're crazy. I know what that is. When the Aliyam told me that the Shabbats and the feast days were all wrong, I thought I was losing it. But they kept speaking to me, sending me deeper and deeper into the book to rediscover the old ways, which is the good way, so that we may find rest for our souls. But I was bolder, and I came out and revealed it to the people. And surely they attacked me from every direction. But I tell you the truth, brothers and sisters. There is no Shabbat on Pope Gregory's calendar. There is no such thing as the metonic cycle when it pertains to the way that Yah has created time to play out in the sky. If you follow the colonizers, you will find yourself in the same burning flame that the little horn is in. Continue to part 13. Shalom.